We've got you. Hey, I promise you something. You don't want to be out here. Those bad guys will get you. Hey guys, welcome back to Hey guys, welcome back to Cross Timbers Bison. This is Tom, and we kind of have a wild story. The other day, this guy just about got yanked up by a couple of coyotes, literally right here in our backyard of our barn doe. Unfortunately, this is the only Tom left out of all of our Toms. This is Tom. He is an eastern wild turkey. Tom, smart guy, staying in that corral. So the other day, I just dropped Brooks off, and I'm standing here looking out the window. I always like to kind of gaze and look at the bison. The yearlings are out here. And Tom likes to come out here in the mornings. That's literally on the other side of the corral. You can see right there, there's the moving or rotating turkey pen with all of our babies in it. So I looked out the window and I saw a little dinky coyote coming after this guy on the other side of that corral. And I think I had bow in my hands. And I come out and I actually shoot him off to run him off, and he kind of stopped and looked at me and ran off. And Jackie, unfortunately, she sleeps during the day and she missed that one. Next day, Tom was out here roaming around, same spot. He likes to roam out here a little bit, go check his cousins over here. And I'm doing something. Marissa goes, the coyotes are out here. There's two of them. I storm out, and there's two. One come around that white turkey pen, and the other one's right here, working together, and they're going after him. They're trying to yank him up. So, of course, I go out and yell. This time, Jackie and Maya, my blue heeler, respond, and they chase them off, and they run off. So I know you're thinking, Dusty, you got to shoot them. Well, yeah, that sounds easy, but by the time you go get your gun, because I keep my rifle put up. Okay, you got kids. You got one kid that can get into stuff. Not that she does, but I keep my guns in a safe place. I don't make them really accessible when we got kids involved. By the time you go get your gun, put a bullet in it, and look, the grass is too tall, and them suckers are gone. You can't even see them anyways. They're gone. Trying to get them run off is the thing. You don't want them to gobble him up. And so, unfortunately, I did find a big deal of feathers over here by this pen about a week ago, right out here in front of this pen, between the corral and that pen. And so we did have 4 Toms. And then when I let him out, within a couple of days, one Tom disappeared. And I thought, well, he's roaming somewhere. He went off with some hens. Found some feathers out in pasture 4. And then about a week ago, I found some feathers right out here next to that pen. Now I know who was yanking them up. And I know you're thinking, Dusty, did you think that was going to happen? Well, they've been here for a couple months since I've let them out. Those bison, those turkeys have been roaming around here for a while. And then all of a sudden it got down to 3 Toms. And if you watched a couple of videos ago, I had my Reolink camera where those guys were roosted right by our horses, right next to our barn. And they've been staying really close. They've been eating off the feeder. They've been hanging out with the bulls. They've been living the dream, essentially. Fresh water, they've had everything. Well, those coyotes, unfortunately, came up that close. And Marissa and I caught it 2 days in a row, and it told us what killed the other 2 Toms. This is the last one. So I'm like, well, do I catch him and put him in the pen with the youngins? Will he hurt the young ones? I'm kind of asking myself all these questions. What are we going to do? He's a survivor. He's been staying inside here. Jackie's helped him a little bit. But see, Jackie is a Pyrenees. Pyrenees work hard at night. She barks all night. She does her job at night. During the day, she sleeps. So, do you have another dog that works during the day? I don't know. Are there other breed dogs that work during the day? Let us know below. Jackie's a great dog, but in the mornings, she's winding down and she may miss it. And that's what happened. I think, unfortunately, she missed it. And but when we went to scare those coyotes the second day, when there was 2 of them, she got after them and ran them off. I haven't seen them since then. We just happened to catch them off the back porch, because you kind of look down into our property. You know, you kind of got that view there, which is a beautiful view. I love it. And you can see everything. But right now the grass is so tall, we didn't see those coyotes until they got up here. And Tom here has made it. So I've been feeding him a little feed up here. Tom. Come here, Tom. Come on, Tom. He's got plenty of crumbs to eat off the bison feeder and whatnot, but I don't know. And so do we need to take care of some coyotes? Yes. That definitely needs to happen. It's very difficult to take some of those coyotes. I do have a call system, which I could do that. But what I really need is a thermal night vision. And I'd be able to take some guys at night to keep them away from our barn, keep them away from our animals. Like Tom here. But if those coyotes are coming up that close and we saw them ourselves, that's not a good thing. They can't get to that pen, and you know that's attracting to them. So if they're coming up that close, that's not a good thing. Those coyotes aren't afraid of us, and they should be. Guys, let us know what you think. This is Tom. All right, I think it's time for lunch. Between running a ranch, raising the American bison, running all of our social media, keeping our cabins ready for our guests, being a dad, it's a go, go, go lifestyle. Lots of times Marisa and I'll look up and we haven't eaten lunch. And if you're like me, you're running on fumes, you're getting a little low, I get a little cranky. But I just got one of my favorite packages delivered right here to the ranch. It's easy with our kind of lifestyle and on the go. It's easy to fall into the junk food. With Factor, it fits our lifestyle. And these meals are so terrific. There's so many choices of great tasting meals that you can choose from, and they're always changing them. Factor makes life easy and simple for the bakers. Factor is going to deliver fresh, never frozen meals right to our door. Guys, all you need is 2 minutes and you can have a delicious tasting meal. That means I can fuel up with something that actually supports the lifestyle I'm trying to keep up with without falling into the trap of fast food. For us, staying active doesn't always mean the gym. It's checking fence lines, chasing bison around, hauling hay, keeping up with Brooks, and restless nights with a baby boy. My favorite part about Factor, no dishes, no prepping. If you're like us, busy, active, and just trying to keep your head above water, or just trying to stay healthy, Factor makes it easy. 2 minutes and you're back to work or doing something that you love to do. Fueled the right way that fits your lifestyle. Head to factor75.com or use the link below. Use the code BISONFB50 to get 50% off plus free breakfast for a year. Lunch was great. Life was good. Time to get back to work. All right. That's code BISONFB50 for 50% off at factor75.com. And yes, free breakfast for a year. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase. You know, the only bad part about moving them at this age, there's enough gap under this where when you're pulling it, if they're not paying attention, they'll slide out the back. And so there's some out there that got loose. Them suckers are not easy to catch too. I think there's about 3 of them. Oh boy. They'll get snatched up real quick by coyotes. Let me see if I can corral some turkeys, because they're like living the dream. Oh, there's 4 of them. Usually they try to stay close to their family. All right, come on. Oh, there's 5. Look at these little boogers. Come on, you guys go up there with your family. This is something I never thought I'd be doing. Corralling turkeys. Bullet, where you at? Now all of a sudden it's starting to rain. Well, keep going. You know where to go. Those are doing great. Keep talking. Bullet. There you go. Well, they're loving these grasshoppers. You hear them? They're over there. Corralling turkeys. Not just turkeys, wild turkeys. You're coming up the rear, Bullet. Thank you. I'm gonna try something. Bullet. No, Bullet. Wrong way. Bullet, come here. Get back. Shoo, 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 shoo. No, Bullet. Easy. Shoo. Get back in there. Oh, the biggest one got out. Why don't you go back in for me? Bullet, get out. Go, Bullet, get. Bullet, get. Bullet. Well, he went in. Woo! Okay. There's one left. I can just snatch that one up. I don't know how that just worked out, but it did. Bullet! Appreciate your help, but definitely a Rio. Here, his tail feathers. See how light they are? Here, go back with your fam. We're not here to hurt you. Well, don't fly. Bullet! Now you're not helping. Bullet. Not much of a ranch dog. Right. All right. Stay tuned, guys. I'm not going to make you bounce around with me. Okay. End up being catch mode, but we've got you. Hey, I promise you something. You don't want to be out here. Those bad guys will get you. Real quick. If I can get you, I know those coyotes can. For sure. Won't make it very long. Okay. Turkey wrangling. That's off the checklist. Woo! You guys made me work. Okay. Now it's gonna rain. Just in time, Bullet. Thank you. Check. Come on. Oh, that's a first. Didn't know how that was gonna go. But they're all back in. One escaped while I was trying to get the other 5 in. Got 4 in, 1 out, 1 still out, but went and gathered that one up. Just trying to repopulate the Rio Grande / Eastern wild turkey population. That's all. 1 turkey at a time. Whew. Then it started raining. Bullet, thanks for the help, but no thanks. He's not much of a, you know, working, you know, corralling dog like a healer is. Maya may wanted to eat him, but I'm sure Bullet wanted to, but he was nice. Could have gone worse. He helped a little bit. All right, now it's time to get back to bison ranching. Enough turkey corralling. Now that we got that pen moved a little bit closer, hopefully Mr. Tom won't want to venture out too far out in pasture 1 to visit his hairy 4-legged buddies. I'll snatch him up real quick. So we got to go check the Dunbar herd. We've got to give Princess her cubes. Eleanor, check on her. It's been a while. And see how the post burn is doing. See all that growth. Last time I was out there, I was looking around. I was like, man, we're gonna have to get these bison out here pretty soon because they're hammering all that fresh, good, tender growth since we burnt. So, it's 50 pounds is getting heavy on this long walk. Just walking to the ATV. Where's my ranch hand? Bullet! Come on! Here comes my ranch hand. He's coming. So let's go see the Dunbar herd. Well, I found some of the herd. They're over here in the 9 acres. Woo, a little excited. Come on. Hey, calves. Okay, there's some Wolverine, and there's Mr. Blackjack. He's got his own little herd here. What are you doing, boy? I meant to keep him out of here just to give this little place a break, but all right, we're coming through, Peaches. Woo, come on. Come on. See where Dunbar is, Princess. this time of the year, September, August, September, and even October, this place would be brown. Most of Oklahoma would be brown. And right now it's beautiful because the state has had decent amount of rainfall in July and August. A little bit here and there helps, but normally it doesn't rain July and August, and even into September it does not rain. But we did the burn, and then we got some rain, and so good things were happening. But most of the time it'd be brown. Okay, so I'm not seeing the Dunbar herd, but I do see Princess Eleanor. He's out here. Look at this pretty flower here. I do not know what this is, but it's beautiful. It is very pretty. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Bullet, it's your buddy. Hey, girl. Look at here. That's your favorite stuff. And guess what? There's no other bison around. Found it. There you go. You have some nice, pretty comb over hair, Eleanor. So I just poured out Eleanor's cubes here, and I was been wondering where the Dunbar herd is, and I kind of peeked through here, and I see them through those woods. I don't know if you can see. There's one right there. They're on the other side of the creek. I see two. Looks like Quapaw and another one. But anyways, I was wondering where they were. Usually they come to cubes, but I don't want them to come to cubes right now because of our princess. Oh, Eleanor, she's got to get her cubes. Some of you guys are recently subscribed. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, we're just raising the American bison out here in southern Oklahoma. You should subscribe to us. We'd love to have you follow us along, raising the American icon. Eleanor, about 2 or 3 years ago, started to go blind in one eye. So she has some impaired vision, and she still can see some. It's not great, but she kind of stays out here in this 80 acres, and she gets excited when the herd comes to see her, but she gets really excited when she hears that or sees us coming, because she gets her special treatment of cubes. And so if the herd was around her right now, they would not let her eat. They'd run her off. She's at the bottom of the pecking order because she never fully developed. Most of our bison cows weigh from 900 to 1,000 pounds. And we've got some even bigger than that. She only weighs maybe 750 or 800 pounds. She's had a calf every year. This year, she has not had a calf like normal calving season. I think we have 8 or 9 cows that didn't calve either. Only half of our group calved, and then we lost 5 of those calves to cryptosporidium back in early June, late May. So it's been an interesting summer. We're not going to have near the calf crop that we had last year. Last year was the most we ever had. I think we had 22 or 23 total. This year we have 5, literally. We had 10, 5 was taken away from us in that group pretty fast. And so right now we just have 5 red dogs, and we have 4 red dogs at the lease property about 10 minutes from here. So not much of a calf crop, kind of sad. And won't have a lot of animals to sell because of the cryptosporidium issue, which kind of stinks. But I'm just kind of looking around to make sure that the herd's just not going to show up. I don't know if they know I'm over here or not. They kind of looked at me funny, but they didn't hear the cubes. And so Eleanor is going to get her special treatment of cubes. I give her usually about 2 or 3 pounds of cubes. And so Anyway, she kind of stays out here to herself. She likes the peace and quiet. Because she's on the bottom of the pecking order, she doesn't like to be in tight places with the herd. When the herd is rotated in here, she'll kind of roam with them, and she'll go out and be herself and do her own thing. She has to keep a distance because they'll unfortunately push her around, and that's just how it goes. So we're gonna let her be. Bullet, come on, Bullet. Checking on Jackie too. Bullet, did you see your buddy Eleanor? Did you see your buddy Eleanor? Hey, Jackie. Hey, Jackie. All right, girl. Stay brown. We'll see you later. So me and the ranch hand are going to cross the creek right here, and we're going to hopefully find the Dunbar herd and give them some cues. A little bumpy. Well, that's interesting. Some of these cows, see, there's 4. Kit, Wolverine, Quapaw. They're over here in a non-burned area, trying to get their balance of diet, obviously. Hey, Kit. Black girl. Grand Champion, what are you doing? So this is one of our fire breaks that I brush hogged. This is an area where the deer like to come through. Very, very green. I think I found Dunbar, finally. Hey, Dunbar. Hey, buddy. All right, back up. Here. Oh, Peaches trying to get in here. All right, let's spread them out for everybody. Everybody gets upset. We got to fight. So I would say that breeding season is getting pretty much wrapped up. One thing I considered last year is taking the bulls out in September. That way you don't have any late born babies. You kind of take that chance out. You want them all to be calving about the same time, which is that April-May time frame. And that's naturally when a bison out in the wild would calve. Most of the bison have their babies in the spring. So if we take the bulls out, can't have any late babies. However, there's some things that happen there, some side effects. You may have some females not come in heat, may not cycle at the right time, and obviously get pregnant, and then you don't get to have babies for that year. Well, like I said earlier, we only had 10 mamas calved this year. We lost those 5 calves, so we've only got 5. And because of that, I'm worried about one of the other 9, which includes Eleanor, didn't get pregnant. Now, they could be pregnant. They're just going to have some late bloomers is what I like to call them. Could be in the winter. Could be tomorrow. I don't know. I would rather have babies than not have babies, but something to consider is like we did with Blackjack last year. We pinned him up. He's young. We tried to get some weight on him, try to get him to the fullest he can be, because someday he's going to replace Dunbar. Someday he's going to replace a Big Joe. So we want them to be at their max. And Bison can grow up to 6 years old to reach their full potential. He's only a 2-year-old bull, so he still has a little ways to go. But Dunbar's already looking better from the dart I gave him recently. About a month ago, he's looking a little bit better. So he was obviously kind of wormy, which we've talked about. He does that every summer. So, but we may consider pulling these bulls out. We can leave them with them. And obviously, you may have some females that do come in heat in the winter that didn't come in heat during your typical breeding season, which is July and August, and pretty much shut off in September. So we're at that point where we probably need to start pulling these bulls. Well, because Big Joe is going to the state fair, he's going to naturally be pulled out. We're going to change some things up again. Dunbar, his time is up here. We're going to change some more things up. Since we are loading Big Joe up and taking him to the state fair, he'll be in a trailer. We might as well take opportunity of that, of the stress and already having him in a trailer, and deciding where we're going to move him. So we'll keep you updated with that. Well, finally found everybody, which is a good thing. Eleanor got her cubes. Dunbar and the rest of the herd got their cubes. I want to thank Factor for sponsoring today's video. You can head to factor75.com. Use the code BISONFB50 to get 50% off plus free breakfast for a year. Thank you guys for watching our video today. We'll see you guys soon. We're going to keep on bison ranching.